Oh, to ask about his book. No, I'm having a good time talking about VCR-infused fun gay sex. Who's the first gay guy who realized, guys, you're not going to believe this? I was sniffing my copy of Stand By Me, and my asshole got so loose.
You might have thought after 2016, there's no way the nation could come up with a more erratic, delusional candidate than Donald Trump. Enter the worst thing the Kennedys ever did that floats, RFK Jr. Just seeing RFK Jr.'s weird Pet Cemetery eyes as he rants about conspiracy theories makes me want to get pumped full of Bill Gates' 5G all over again, and then get another booster shot. Here to tell the fiction RFK Jr. believes from the fiction RFK Jr. doesn't believe yet, it's Dan Ahdoot.
Thank you.
Come on out. Nice to see you. Thanks.
Come
on in here.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Am I mistakenly doing a pro-vaccine podcast?
Oh, man.
Man.
You know,
bamboozled
he
again.
sold his hair so you could have a comb. Or whatever. Magi thing or whatever it's called.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm back. Yes.
Dan, what conspiracy theory would you be okay with a presidential candidate believing?
Is this multiple?
No.
Oh.
Just Loch Ness Monster, that Castro is Trudeau's son. I'm cool with that one.
That's a fun one. I would say we never landed on the moon.
Oh, that's okay.
That's a
cool,
fun one.
Yeah. It'd be like you said, a president's going to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, Kirkland Tequila is Patron. Have you heard that one? Yeah, that I could be down. Look at he's like, yeah, I know, I tested. I have a lab and everything.
When I was in college, we got a vodka Brita, and we would buy the cheapest vodka in the store, and then run it through the vodka Brita 2 or 3 times.
Distilled.
And it would be better, or it would be as good, if not better, than the fanciest, most expensive vodka, because vodka is a brand and a ridiculous product. The price is it's crazy. So we would make super fancy vodka in our Brita vodka Brita.
You're like a hobo Martha Stewart.
I could cry. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said. Have you been following the UFO stuff about Chuck Schumer saying that we're going to get the information?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Do you think that there's something to it, or do you think it's all?
No, I don't think so. Again, I wish there was. I think that would be fun too. I don't think so. Do you think so?
My problem with all of it is it can't, I would expect some of the evidence would be really, really bad. Some of it would be okay, and some of it would be great. Why is it always there is a ton of bad evidence, right?
Yes.
Like tons and tons of little things, but no, it's like presumably at some point we get one good shot, from somebody that works for a newspaper,
There is that one video though of the Navy pilots. That's the one that gets me.
I don't know.
When they're like, "What is that thing? That's not a UFO, is it?" Like, God, what is that thing? And they seem like non-UFO people.
Yeah. No, I know. They don't seem like UFO people.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. But it's like there's good, it's like, okay, well they haven't figured out what it was.
I'm with you. I don't believe it.
I want it to be.
I do too.
I so desperately want that. I want it.
I think we're on the same page, but we're fighting for some reason. we vehemently agree with each other.
So RFK Jr. is married to Cheryl Hines from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Is she just on board? What do you think? It's a little weird.
It's a little weird, but I think it's not the first time where a husband and a wife are on very different sides of the spectrum, right?
Yes.
No pun intended. That's an autism joke because he believes that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, because he believes that vaccines cause autism.
I'll wait. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, what was that guy? You know the guy who looks like an alien? Speaking of aliens.
Are you talking about James Carville?
Yes. You knew exactly exactly who I was talking about.
That's tough for him. I knew what you meant. Mary
You know?
Matlin and James Carville.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are the opposite sides of the political spectrum. He lives in outer fucking space.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
like what actual political spectrum? The spectrum ends and then it's a dirt road for a while. Then there's a hole and he's in that.
He's just asking questions.
So Dan, it's time for a segment we're calling RF, Can You Believe This Shit? And I'm going to ask you a simple question.
Yeah.
Is this a baseless conspiracy theory that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. espouses in public, or is it just one we made up?
Okay.
Or that others believe?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Vaccine research caused the Spanish flu, HIV, Lyme disease, and COVID.
True.
That is correct.
Yeah.
He said, well, not true.
Oh.
RFK, wrong podcast.
This has been a big misunderstanding.
Yeah, no. It is true that RFK Jr. has espoused that.
Yeah. No, that's what I meant. That's
Sure,
what
okay.
I meant.
Well, then we'll go with that.
Yeah. That's 100% what I meant.
He said, and I quote, "It's given us everything from Lyme disease to COVID and many, many other diseases. RSV, which is now one of the biggest killers of children, came out of a vaccine lab. We can go down the whole list of diseases, Spanish flu, et cetera, et cetera." I'm done reading it. He said it all.
Yeah.
Next. As a bonus question, when did he say all that?
When did he say all that? I think, well, he started going down the vaccine rabbit hole in, I think, 2008. So I'm going to say 2014.
He said it last month on this conservative streaming site Rumble. That's a month ago.
Yo, where my Rumple heads at? Rumple. What a cute
Rumble.
name for like.
Yeah. Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, Rumple.
Mass
Rumple.
shootings are the result of prescription medication, specifically the antidepressant Prozac.
Yes, he said that.
He did say that. He said that on his Twitter Spaces with Elon Musk. Prior to the introduction of Prozac, we had almost none of these events in our country, and we've never seen them in human history. I wonder what other correlations you might find if you looked at the planet of Earth and
Yeah.
all the places that have Prozac and don't have this problem.
Yeah.
What is the difference, Dan?
Listen,
guns,
man.
Dan.
I'm just one guy on Rumple, just trying to.
It's Rumble. It's Rumble. It's
What is-
Rumble.
Rumble?
Rumble. It's
Oh,
not
that's
Rumple.
more aggressive than Rumple.
Yeah, it's not Rumple. Rumple's so sweet.
I know, that's what I thought.
Rumple
don't-
sounds like a website you go to learn how to wrap presents.
That's what I thought.
You know?
We gotta hear about these immigrants taking over our country on Rumple. I thought it was
Too
so
sweet
cute.
sounding.
Rumble is, no, that's not happy.
Lower sperm counts across the planet are the direct result of Diet Coke consumption.
I mean, he did not say that.
He didn't. And don't give him any ideas. You got it.
Oh my God. Wow, you guys are like, he's a real RFK head. He knows a little too much about this guy.
Gun ownership in Switzerland is actually comparable to gun ownership in the United States numbers-wise.
That's true, actually, because the military there.
Well, so he said, they have a lot of guns.
Yeah.
Well, now you're RFK Jr.
Yeah.
No, he went on to say that he would not take away anyone's guns if elected president, and he claimed that that's because Switzerland has the same number of guns. But actually, in the U.S., we have 120 firearms per 100 people, the highest per capita rate in the world, compared to 27.6 in Switzerland. So we have 5 times as many.
Yeah, we have a lot of guns.
A lot of guns. We have a
you
lot
been
of
to
guns.
Switzerland? Very sweet people.
How
How do you think all the holes get into the cheese, bro?
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang,
Shoot.
bang.
Bang, bang. I've never been to Switzerland.
It's beautiful.
They have ways to blow up tunnels and roads to
Yeah.
defend their country that are still there from, a while ago.
Yeah, and they have good chocolate.
Do you think that's why they're so nice? They know they have a plan if things go south.
Yeah, get on the little skis and get out of there.
I read this book called The Ministry for the Future, and there's like 150 pages where these characters climb some Swiss Alps, and nothing fucking happens. They just get to the top.
Oof. Are you one of those people that when you start reading a book and it sucks, you have to finish it?
Thank you for asking. My New Year's resolution this year was to not finish more books. Seriously.
That's
so that I would just
amazing.
say, fuck it, move on, next book. Because I'll commit to a book, then I'm not choosing. Then it's like I don't want to finish it.
Yeah.
And you know what's better than not finishing a book? Television. So you gotta So it's like no, book down, new book, keep it moving. The books need to fight.
Yeah. No, man. I'm reading like 3 books now that I hate and I can't stop.
You gotta stop.
I can't.
I was reading this book. This is not going to reflect well on me. I was reading this book about the history of Israel and the Mossad.
Okay.
And the first 100 pages, it's like morally unambiguous because they're just hunting and capturing and killing Nazis.
Yeah.
Then I put it down.
Wait, I think I actually read this book.
Rise and Kill First.
Oh yeah, I was like, I don't remember the name, but it's kind of like Eat, Pray, Love something. It's like Rise, Kill. I knew it was like a 3-word thing. Rise, kill first, eat, pray, love.
And as much as I appreciate, I was very much, I wasn't saying that there's anything, the story. No, I see the connection, and I should have continued reading it, but I simply did it, and I realized I don't want to read the book about Israel's complicated history. I want to read a book about Jews hunting Nazis. You know, that's the book I want.
Yeah. Just watch. What's it called?
Hunters?
No. What's the?
Munich.
No. The.
That's 2 of them.
Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
On fucking loop. I love that movie. That's a very fun Jew hunter movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hunter of Jews that hunt.
I know. I like seeing movies of Jews being hunted.
Yeah, and we've got options there too.
Yeah, we've got a lot of those too. You know, it depends what you're in the mood for.
Yep.
It's just 2 Jews being anti-Semitic.
The COVID-19 vaccine is targeted to attack certain races. Malcolm.
No, he assumed correct. Yes, he did say that.
He did say that.
He did say
He
that.
did say that. We already covered it. Dr. Anthony Fauci and Bill Gates deliberately exaggerated the pandemic to promote vaccines.
Dr. Anthony. Yes, that he's definitely said that.
He did say that.
That's like
he wrote about it in his.
That's the flag he carries.
Yeah, that's the 2021 book, which is titled "The Real Anthony Fauci." It was a historic coup. It was a coup d'état against Western democracy.
Yeah.
Which means it wasn't a d'état. Like, it was just. It's not, right? The d'état one country is a d'état, right? It's a coup to something else. I don't know French, but I know.
I speak French fluently and I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Isn't all right?
Yeah, coup d'état is a.
I mean, like coup against the state.
Yeah.
Coup d'état against Western democracy. All right.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right.
Thanks. Avril Lavigne died and has been replaced by a clone named Melissa.
No fucking way.
Yep, he did not say that.
Okay.
But there is an internet rumor, and I think it's worth thinking about.
Yeah. Yeah. That and Kirkland Tequila are the 2 conspiracies.
Can I ask a question about the Kirkland Tequila one?
Please.
Is a conspiracy in which Costco, a vast, efficient money-making operation, is tricking people into buying tequila that's better than what the label would suggest for less money?
How it goes, and correct me if I'm wrong, dude, because this guy in the front row is like, he's like, I've been training for this moment my whole life. I have the documents right here. No, what they say is that Kirkland will go to these big places like Kettle One or Patron, and they'll say to them, we are going to unload so much tequila at a low price, but you're just going to sell a ton of tequila to us, and we're going to put on our Kirkland name. And they want to do it because they're moving a lot of liquid by doing that. So a lot of the Kirkland brand stuff is normal stuff that is, they pay a lot for marketing or whatever, and you're paying a lot less for it to get the Kirkland. Right?
Yeah.
And finally,
Yes.
AIDS was caused by poppers.
By poppers?
By poppers.
What's a popper?
So here's briefly. Poppers it's like a chemical that purports to be a VCR cleaner. It's like amyl nitrate, I believe, is the chemical. And especially in gayland, you kind of hold it under your nose and you sniff it.
There was a coup d'etat in Gayland.
Yeah, and it's a coup to some part. I can't think of how to complete the analogy.
Yeah.
perfectly. But the point is, it gives you it both has a little bit of a high kind of a effect. Plus, it makes certain kinds of sex very popular.
What kinds, John?
Is butt stuff. Butt stuff.
Someone in a mask just screamed out, Bartek! Did you hear the muffled Bartek? This is like Kenny from South Park.
And the question would be, did RFK Jr. claim that AIDS was caused by poppers?
I'm assuming he did, because that would be very esoteric for you to just make that one up.
You gamed it out. All right. You figured it out. There's a lot of people that said it's not a virus, Kennedy said during a speaking engagement.
The virus is a passenger virus. And these people are dying mainly because of poppers. 100% of the people who died in the first 1,000 who had AIDS were people who were addicted to poppers.
And as someone who has done poppers, this psycho should not be president.
Wait, have you done poppers?
Yeah.
Tell me, how many times have you done poppers?
That's not... It's like, okay, that's a question somebody could answer.
I'm asking someone who... Oh, you have to ask about his book. No, I'm having a good time talking about VCR-infused fun gay sex.
So
Who's the first gay guy who realized, guys, you're not going to believe this? I was sniffing my copy of Stand By Me, and my asshole got so loose.
Yeah, no. I think it's very similar to like whoever cracked the code that rhubarb at a certain point stops being poisonous. You know what I mean? There are people out there that are just like improving in nature,
Yeah.
and being like, I think I've eaten 50 mushrooms, and this last one didn't make me think the world was one, and we should make a soup out of it.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of a thing.
Absolutely.
So I think that's probably what happened with poppers.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
something like that.
So, exactly like that.
You have a book called Undercooked, subtitle, How I Let Food Become My Life Navigator, and how maybe that's a dumb way to live.
Yeah.
What's it about?
What's that?
What's it about?
Oh, it's about food. Yeah.
And did it take over? Were you,
Yeah, I'm a big restaurant whore. I'm a big foodie. I'm all about that game. And I played that game to its fullest. And it left me unsatisfied. But I wrote a book about it. And it's fun, like standalone essays about food.
Okay.
I've been called the David Sedaris of food by my mother. And she's an immigrant, so she can hardly read.
Okay, but nice.
Yeah.
But she liked the book.
She loved the book.
And did anyone who didn't give birth to you, they like it too?
Yeah, a lot of people. It's a bestseller on Amazon. Don't support Amazon though, right, guys?
Buy it on bookstore.org.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was the same person who said butt sex, by the way.
I love bookstore.org. I love reading books and butt sex, and we're all out of books.
I'll bring my VCR copy of Stand By Me.
I was in Costa Rica, and there was a group of a gaggle of gays, a murder of gays ahead of us, actually waiting for a zip line. And one of them was telling a story about at their hotel while in Costa Rica, a frog jumped onto their like little balcony, and without even thinking, he kind of like moved it, or like it was like it jumped next to him, and he kind of moved it to like help it get away. And he realized it was this is in the middle of the rainforest, and they realized that he realized he touched a frog that had some kind of a psychoactive chemical on its back, and all of a sudden he felt woozy, and he felt like he had taken poppers. And so then he joked that he was going to bring the frog back to America and put it in the drawer next to his bed, and then if somebody asked him what the frog was for, he'd say to clean my VCR.
Oh my God.
Which I loved.
That's amazing. Were you in Monteverde? Is that where you were in Costa Rica?
I don't yes. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
What helped you stop being? Was it the? Are you a celebrity on Ozempic?
Am I a celebrity on Ozempic? No, I'm definitely not on Ozempic. No.
Okay.
I actually put on 15 pounds. I broke my ankle 4 months ago.
You broke your ankle?
Yeah, I was skiing.
Oh, that was your mistake.
Yeah, you get no pity for saying I was skiing in Deer Valley, Utah.
Yeah.
I broke my ankle.
Yeah, I mean, the only way that Gwyneth Paltrow came out of that thing alive is because she happened to ski into the person that could make her seem like the most likable and amazing and relatable person on earth.
Yeah, I agree. No, it was at the same mountain though.
Really?
Yeah, and the same people took
And
care
it was
of me.
also Terry Sanderson who knocked you down. Get in on this news cycle.
You remember his name.
Of course I remember his name.
You devoted a neuron to that
I,
name.
I followed that like it was the 2016 election. Everybody, check out Dan's book, Undercooked.
Undercooked. There's an audiobook too, which I read myself, which is an awful thing. I highly don't. If anyone's doing a book, don't ever do that. Because for 2 days, for 8 hours a day, I was reading this book. And it's very vulnerable. Like I'm talking about like very personal stories that I should be sharing with a therapist. But instead, there's just like this dorky sound engineer on the other side.
You're pointing at Steven. That's it.
Yeah.
Is that who you mean? Someone
Yes,
like that?
Totally like a Steven. And he's like, hey, Dan, I think you're crying. Can you stop crying? We're hearing it on the mic. Stop crying. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm talking about my dead brother.
The book is Undercooked. When we come back,
It's a funny book. It's
a
not
funny
just
book.
Dead Brother. There's a little Dead Brother, but it's a funny book.
Just a touch.
Yeah, just a teaspoon, a dash.
A dash.
A dash of Dead Brother.
A pinch.
A
Food
pinch.
themed.
A pinch.
Jesus.
Should we keep going?
Nope. One more time for Dan Ahdoot.